Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. My name is Archie with Smart Wealth Management. And today we will be discussing just about everything you want to know about balance transfer cards in 2024, including a few tips and details I do not believe you will find anywhere else. My team and I have spent about the last 30 or 40 hours researching for this article and trying to condense that down to about 10 minutes. That's not quite possible, so what we've done is we've created a very comprehensive article for our website, so I will leave the details in the description below. As they say, the devil is in the details. One big favor I ask before we dive in, please give us a big thumbs up. It really does help us with the YouTube algorithm. And if you'd like to hear more about the world of credit cards and like to know how you can turn that into your advantage, please take the time to consider subscribing and turning on that bell icon for notifications. Well, I know there must be several reasons why you're looking for a balance transfer cards, but I'm willing to bet one of the biggest reasons is that your interest is really eating you alive. Let me say right off the top, I've been in this situation before in my college days. I know how you feel. I remember going out with friends, trying to pay for the check, waiting for the server to come back saying, "I'm sorry, sir, your card's been declined," in front of my friends. I remember what it was like to get paid every Friday and not have enough money left because it's already gone. But I eventually found a way out, and it really doesn't have to be that way. You really don't have to live like that. Well, back in my college years, a balance transfer card actually saved me from feeling like a hamster on a wheel. It could be your answer too. So let's dive in. Today I will be discussing 5 major tips on balance transfer cards. Number 1, what they are. Number 2, how they work. Number 3, why a balance transfer card may or may not be right for you. 4, how to maximize the possibility of getting a balance transfer card. And 5, how to use balance transfer cards the right way. So, what is a balance transfer card? Well, I'm sure you've got one, maybe more, credit cards with a balance where the interest is basically eating you alive. How they work? Well, most people know the main reason for getting a balance transfer card is to transfer a balance from one card where you're paying interest to another card where you've got a number of months, maybe over a year, where you're not paying interest, so you've got time to pay it back and get caught up. But what other people don't know is that you can actually transfer this money to your bank account. So now you can transfer it to pay things like rent, car payment, maybe your stock account. But you are going to get charged, in most cases, a 3% to 5% fee on that balance. You've only got a certain amount of time to use that balance transfer. After that, you're going to pay 5% on any amount you want to transfer. So you want to think ahead and do it right the first time. Now, another thing you might not notice, many credit card companies do not show this 3% charge or 5% charge on the main page. You're going to have to look under rates or terms to be able to find out if they're going to charge you that fee. Other than that, they might show you on the main page, but a lot of times they don't. And there are a few that actually don't charge a fee for balance transfers. Well, to start with, there's the matter of, should you even get a balance transfer card? So it's usually just math. So let's pretend that your credit card with the balance on it is charging you 24% interest. If so, that's, let's say, 2% per month. So in 2 months, you've already paid 4% interest on that amount. So if you can get a balance transfer card that's only charging you 3% interest, then if you can't pay that balance off in 2 months, you're good. Get the balance transfer card. However, if you think you can pay that balance down within a few months, then you have no reason to get that balance transfer card. Now we come to why. Why should you or should you not get a balance transfer card? Well, you've got to know yourself. If you do get that balance transfer card it is going to give you some amount of time, sometimes over a year, to pay that down. You do have to pay monthly payments. But if you don't do that and you just keep charging up your charge, you're not going to get out of this debt. So what's the point? So you have to remember, you have to cut your spending and not let it get out of control. That's how people get in this loop that Dave Ramsey and Mark Cuban talk about.
What are your thoughts on balance transfer credit cards? I have 3 credit card debts I'm paying off in baby step 2, and the interest rates are really high. Would it be wise to transfer it to a 0% interest rate card while I am paying them off? No, I'm not a fan of these balance transfer cards, and one of many reasons is that it doesn't solve the root problem, you going into debt. Another reason is the 3 to 5% they charge you just to do this, which means if you transfer 10 grand, you're paying an extra $500 for the pleasure of continuing to be in debt with this 0% offer that will soon run out while you're still in debt.
Well,
And then we're back to square one.
interest rates aren't your problem. The guy in your mirror is your problem. You need to quit spending like you're freaking in Congress. And you be living on beans and rice and beans. And don't talk to me about you deserve to go out to eat. You'd be a broke person in credit card debt. You don't get to go out to eat. Broke people don't do that crap.
Don't let it happen to you. The other thing you might be thinking, well, why would a bank let me transfer this money? Well, first of all, you usually can't do it with the bank you're already dealing with. So you've already got an account with Capital One. Capital One isn't going to let you get a balance transfer card and have you stop paying interest on that card. You're going to have to get another one from Discover, American Express, or so on. Also, another problem you might run into, if you've already got a mortgage with a company or a car loan with a company, they may not want to give you a balance transfer card because now they already know you've run up debt enough to need a balance transfer card. If you default on that, what's the chance that you're also going to default on their loan or the mortgage? So they may be reluctant in giving you a card. Well, also, why would another bank give you a balance transfer card knowing that you've also got this other bank you're trying to transfer money from? Well, it's just business. They get you in the door, now they can sell you or get you into maybe a debit card, a bank account, an auto loan, something else, and maybe keep you long term. So the trick is, don't let them play you. Now, the real fact about balance transfer cards is many people that really need it can't get one. Why? Because they let their credit card go up so high, or credit cards go up so high, that their credit utilization is maybe 50%, 80%. So they're just not going to let you have that card. You've got to try and keep your credit utilization below 30% if possible. Haven't missed any payments, for example. And it's just really hard to qualify if you've got bad credit. So the idea is, before you get to that point, if you can, think ahead that you're going to need a balance transfer card. Apply for a balance transfer card when your credit utilization is only at maybe 30%. Don't wait till it's higher than that, so you've got a better chance. The other problem you might run into in getting a balance transfer card is, again, depending on your credit score, depending on how many credit cards you've got, the total balance, and so on. When you do get this balance transfer card, what if the balance isn't high enough, the limit, credit limit isn't high enough for you to transfer the money you need to transfer? Well, the truth is, if you do get that card, I guess anything is better than nothing. I'd rather be paying 0% interest on a card for 12 months to 18 months rather than, who knows, 15%, 20%, 25%. I've seen 30% on some credit cards. So if you can get a balance transfer card, it is still better for you. And again, you've got to have the income to support it. Make sure your habits are so that you don't keep charging up either one of the cards. And you absolutely can't charge up the balance transfer card. Here's one thing they may not tell you. It might be in the fine print, which we're going to show you during this session. Once you transfer that money, if you put any money on that charge card after that, now, any money you pay down doesn't cover those new purchases. Those stay on there until that balance transfer is paid. So now you're stuck paying interest on that. If you're going to do anything, do it on another card, but make sure you keep paying them off. Don't buy things you don't need. And again, I see videos from Dave Ramsey and Mark Cuban all the time, and people talk to us about it all the time. They have a lot of common sense. A lot of people should not have a credit card. But if you use it responsibly, there's nothing better. I've made so many great purchases, travels, got so many perks with credit cards, but that's because I pay them off. If you don't, you're looking for trouble. It just grows and grows and grows. I did hear of an analogy. Think of a balance card as like a freezer. It basically freezes your interest for a long time, a year, again, maybe more. But again, at one time, that's going to come due. You're making monthly payments and you can't miss them. You just can't get into that habit again of not paying for your credit card. Now, I've mentioned the word credit utilization a few times. If you'd like to get a good idea of that, we've got a couple good articles on our website. I'll put the link in our description below for that. And in closing, if you get that balance transfer card, you want to take care of it the right way. First thing you're going to do, you're going to put it on auto pay. That's the first thing. Don't spend money you don't have. Make sure you always set enough money to pay for that card. Also, you want to pay the card by the statement date. And again, we've got a great video on that and an article on that on our website. I can put the details on the description below. And also, I want to mention, we are one of the only people out there that do not get paid commissions or perks for any discussions or anything we recommend or any products we recommend. All the views are our own. We're not biased. We have no monetary gain for this. But in looking for those credit cards, make sure that you're very subjective. You choose the one that fits you. Other perks, other than balance transfer, when the time is up, think about that. Think about annual fees, rewards categories, intro offers, other perks, and so on. Well, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you find any section that was interesting or surprising? Please don't forget to subscribe and share the video with your friends who might want to enjoy it. Support means the world to us, and this helps us to keep producing content you love.